Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we try to figure out what big companies are really up to behind all the fancy words. Today, we're sifting through a filing from Heritage Distilling Holding Company. Incorporated, you ever wonder how the executives running the show get paid? Well, this report gives us a really close look, and let's just say some folks are getting some serious stock units. Alright, let us dive into this report. This is a Form 8K, which is basically a filing for when something important happens that investors need to know about right away. For Heritage Distilling Holding Company Incorporated, that important thing is new employment agreements for their top brass. So, on the 1st of October of 2025, the company signed new employment deals with their big three: Justin Stiefel, the Chief Executive Officer, Jennifer Stiefel, the President, and Michael Carasino, the Chief Financial Officer. These agreements are for 18 months, which is a year and a half. Let's start with Justin Stiefel himself. As chairman and CEO, his annual base salary is set at $195,000. Pretty standard for a CEO at this level. But here is where it gets really interesting. He's also getting an initial grant of 350,000 restricted stock units. Think of restricted stock units or RSEs like promises to give you company stock later, typically after you've worked for a certain amount of time for Justin. These will vest, meaning become his bit by bit every month. For those 18 months, the company says this is to recognize the effort in their recent private placement and to keep him motivated. Next up, Jennifer Stiefel, the president. Her annual base salary is $175,000. She's also receiving 500,000 restricted stock units, which will vest monthly over the same 18-month period. Like Justin, this is an incentive to keep her with the company. And finally, Michael Carasino, the chief financial officer. His annual base salary is a bit higher at $260,000. He is getting a grant of 250,000 restricted stock units. Now, his deal has a slight twist. 50,000 of those were vested right away, meaning he got them instantly. The remaining 200,000 will vest monthly over the 18 months. This grant is also being credited towards a previous promise made in 2023, where he was supposed to get $1 million in stock awards if the company had a successful initial public offering and a follow on financing. They did complete those, so this is part of fulfilling that commitment. The exact structure of the rest of those equity awards will be decided by the company compensation committee by the end of the year. Beyond the base salaries and stock, there are some other perks. Both Justin Stiefel and Jennifer Stiefel are getting an additional $950 each month for an automobile allowance. That is a nice little bonus to cover car expenses. And this is a big one. The company has agreed to transfer life insurance policies with huge death benefits to Justin Stiefel and Jennifer Stiefel, or their estates. For Justin, that is $25 million, and for Jennifer, it is $10.65 million. These policies are currently owned by the company, and they keep paying the premiums during their employment and for 12 months after they leave. This is a pretty significant benefit, showing the company's commitment to their top leaders. Now let's talk about what happens if things don't work out. All three executives are eligible for severance pay if the company terminates their employment without cause, or if they resign for good reason, meaning the company makes their job significantly worse, or if they pass away or become disabled. The severance package includes their earned salary, any unpaid bonuses. All their unvested stock units will immediately become vested, and they receive 12 months of their base salary as a severance payment. If the termination is due to disability, it is reduced to 3 months of base salary. These are pretty standard but robust severance terms, especially the immediate vesting of all stock units. On top of all this, they all signed standard employee agreements. These include things like promises to keep company information secret and provisions about who owns the work they create. They also include non-compete and non-solicitation clauses. This means they agree not to go work for a competitor or try to poach employees or customers for a certain period after leaving the company. And finally, the filing lists the actual employment agreements as exhibits. These are the full, detailed documents that lay out all the terms. So, what does this all tell us about Heritage Distilling Holding Company Incorporated? Well, first, it shows a clear commitment to retaining their key leadership. The large stock unit grants, especially for the CEO, signal that the company sees them as crucial to its future success. Granting that much stock is a pretty strong vote of confidence. The substantial life insurance policies for the top executives also indicate they are highly valued and that the company is willing to invest heavily in their security and motivation. The severance packages are quite generous, which is often a sign of a company trying to lock in its top talent and ensure a smooth transition if executives choose to leave for good reasons. It also protects the executives if the company makes decisions that lead to their departure. A key risk to keep an eye on is the reliance on these three individuals. If any of them were to leave unexpectedly, their departure could significantly impact the company, especially given their large stock grants are designed to keep them incentivized over the next 18 months. The company is clearly putting a lot of its future in their hands. Overall, the direction seems to be one of stabilizing and incentivizing the current leadership team, likely to execute on whatever strategic plans led to the recent private placement and financing. The focus on stock units, especially, suggests a strategy tied to increasing shareholder value, as the executives' own wealth becomes more directly linked to the company's stock price performance. That's our deep dive into Heritage Distilling Holding Company Incorporated executive compensation and employment agreements. What is your take on these generous packages and what they mean for the company? Future, let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more corporate secrets revealed. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we LL see you in the next one.